Yes, guys, we have actually done it. We have actually beaten Real Madrid. Yes, guys. Um, yeah, I just have nothing to say. I'm just really very happy right now. So as you guys know, even though Arsenal technically won against Slavia Prague, but yeah, I think today is probably the happiest day I've been this season as we have actually managed to win the league leaders of the La Liga right now, Real Madrid. 1-0 at Anfield thanks to incredible header from Allister. And yeah, this is our second consecutive win against Real Madrid in all competitions. As if you guys actually didn't know, we have actually lost to them quite a number of times. And I think the last time we won was when the likes of Yossi Benayoun was still playing for Liverpool. If real Liverpool fans know, you guys should know who's Yossi Benayoun, the former Israeli player. But yeah, what an amazing performance from Liverpool. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot to analyze in today's video, and yeah, so let's start right with this video. And yeah, so first let's talk about how Liverpool actually managed to win this Super Real Madrid side. And come, let's firstly talk about the goal scorer Alexis McAllister. And yeah, I think that he really had a very amazing performance, considering that, as you guys actually know, during the first few matches of the season, he really hasn't looked as convincing as last season. As in my opinion, last season he was the best midfielder just behind Moises Caicedo in the league. And yeah, I think really so far this season, so far he really hasn't had a very important role to play, as he has been plagued with injuries for the first 2 months, if I'm not wrong, of the season. But yeah, I think today he shot massively with a very big goal, and hopefully this can actually turn our season around, considering that before this game, we actually managed to end our 5 game losing streak with a 2-0 win over Aston Villa. And yeah, so originally I thought, that Aston Villa result was just gonna be a repeat of the Eintracht Frankfurt game, as after we destroyed Eintracht Frankfurt in the Champions League 5-1, we actually went on to lose against Manchester United and Crystal Palace in the Premier League and Carabao Cup respectively. But yeah, this I think is a huge statement win, and this tells all of the Premier League and Champions League contenders. So for Premier League, we have the likes of obviously Manchester City and Arsenal, and the Champions League, we have the likes of PSG, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, to show that Liverpool is really coming for that Champions League title. And yeah, I think this win was actually thoroughly deserved. And another player I want to talk about is who was probably, in my opinion, the man of the match, is actually Conor Bradley. I think he really was not intimidated by the prospect of going up against Vinicius Junior, who, in my opinion, has been an Achilles heel for Liverpool in the past few seasons, as he has scored against Liverpool, I think, in the last 3 games that he has played against Liverpool. And I think his last goal against Liverpool was actually in the game where Liverpool actually destroyed 5-2 at home. But yeah, I think really today, Conor Bradley handled Vinicius Junior wonderfully, and yeah, he managed to rise to the occasion and took the game to the Brazilian superstar, who was actually barely hurt from, and he even tried to get forward as often as possible to really turn that screw on Real Madrid. And I think that honestly, this might be an unpopular Liverpool opinion, but I think if Conor Bradley continues on like this, I think he might even put 40 million pound Jeremy Frimpong, who is actually currently now injured, on the bench. Like now, Conor Bradley is just looking way more dangerous and way better defensively than our other right backs, with the likes of Joe Gomez and obviously the likes of Jeremy Frimpong. So hopefully Conor Bradley will be able to continue his incredible performance. And yeah, now the last Liverpool player that I really want to talk about who played really well in this game, I think was Hugo Ekitike. I think Hugo Ekitike really, despite him not really getting much chances, I think that really he was a very good striker with very good hold up play, and he was able to involve Salah and Florian Wirtz much into the game. And yeah, even though he could have scored a brilliant header which was saved by Courtois, I think that we Hugo Ekitike really had a good game, and I think at this rate he might even put 150 million pounds signing Alexander Isak on the bench. And yeah, so let's see how that goes for Alexander Isak. And yeah, so now let's talk about the Real Madrid situation, as yeah, Real Madrid have actually lost in a very very bad day for them as in particular, I think Ukraine, Mbappe and Jude Bellingham have really off days while Thibaut Courtois' heroes go to waste as they lose their perfect Champions League record. And yep, so I think really first let's talk about Thibaut Courtois. I think if Conor Bradley didn't have a good game, I think Thibaut Courtois would have been the man of the match. He really, I think, is had an even better performance for Real Madrid than the performance that he had in the Champions League final. I think that game he was almost unstoppable. Nothing could get past him, and I think we were just lucky that the McAllister header was straight at him at a very fast pace, and yeah, that actually resulted in the only goal of the game. But I think Courtois really still had quite a very very good game, and yeah, I think Real Madrid this actually shows that they need to improve a lot on their defense as they were actually getting countered a lot by Liverpool on the break, and the likes of Dean Howson and Carreras getting destroyed in my opinion by Mohamed Salah and Hugo Ekitike. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes for Real Madrid. But now let's also talk about probably the main man that they have been trusting that whole entire season, which was Mbappe. So I think Mbappe in that game he was actually quite a hook until the last 20 minutes where he had a few nice touches and was really going against the Liverpool defense, but he actually managed to pull one of his shots wide and was clattered by Van Dijk a few times. And I felt that it was a very, very disappointing performance of him, considering that you guys know that he is actually now on form. And yeah, many people actually didn't expect him to drop a horror show against Liverpool. And but yeah, so let's see how that goes. And yeah, so now before we end the video, I'm actually going to be making my early prediction for Liverpool versus Manchester City versus Liverpool game, which I'll be yet doing another reaction video. So if you guys want me to do a reaction video, please make sure to subscribe. And yeah, so I think that game is gonna be very very tough game considering that Manchester City now are just unstoppable. And yeah, so I think in my opinion, my heart tells me that it's gonna be a 2-2 draw. But I think that Liverpool, if they were to exploit all of Manchester City's weakness, especially in their defense, I think we can barely sneak a 2-1 victory. If that's possible with Florian Wirtz getting a goal contribution, hopefully he can get his first goal contribution. Yeah, so guys, tell me in the comments down below, do you think what does Real Madrid need to improve on, and what is your score prediction for the Liverpool Manchester City versus Liverpool game? Yeah, so thank you guys for watching today's Liverpool reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's reaction video, and yeah, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as I'm trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And yeah, so this week's shout out goes out to Su Xian, and I'll see you guys in the next video for more amazing Liverpool content. Adios amigos. Peace.